Come here, son, nephew, young man. Let me holler at you. Yesterday I talked about appreciating the process. Let me tell you why you should appreciate it. Let me tell you why. Let me dig in a little bit deeper, be a little bit more specific. So here's the deal, man. If there's 6, 7, 8 billion people on the planet, something like that, somehow whichever type of process chose you. Now, when I say process, let's be specific. We aren't necessarily just talking about the road to success, because there could be a process of repentance, a process of regret, a process of grieving, a process of being humbled, a process of going broke, process of going through a divorce, the process of a business folding, getting fired from a job, you name it. So let's make sure we understand the basic premise is a process does not necessarily mean something that feels positive. It is positive, but it may not be something that feels good. Now, with that being said, for whatever reason, out of X amount of billion people on this planet, you have been chosen to go through this process.
Starting route to
So whether the process be of God, or whether your supervisor chose you for
turn right onto Greenwell Springs Road.
for a promotion, whatever the case may be, the job chose you, the situation chose you. And sometimes a process that you're going through is not for what's happening right this moment. Sometimes it's to prepare you for the future. God will put you in all types of situations. So later on you have skills that had you not gone through that process and that difficult time, if you didn't go through it, you wouldn't understand how to navigate it. So for example, I was a school administrator in a situation that got ugly politically, and at the end of the day, as a teacher during the day, I watch other administrators who don't have the level of talent I have run schools, some well, some poorly. I'm not getting off into that because that's not even near the subject matter. The subject matter is this: I'm qualified for that job, but I'm not in that position. Now, if you've been watching this channel, you know there are other sources of revenue I generate for my family, not for me.
Big lights, turn right.
I'm just a teacher. But the skills I accumulated, or some of them, as a school administrator, dealing with large sums of money, managing people, managing projects, because everything that can happen on a school campus, from construction to deals made on buying uniforms and buying equipment or whatever, that's your responsibility. So those skills are helping me to do things
right onto Greenwell Springs
for
Road.
myself. I used to spend all of my time, talent, energy, and effort on other people's organizations. Now I do that for my family's organization. But let me tell you, that process of me being a school principal and having people basically trying to destroy my career, I needed that process. I needed that experience. I've had some people afterwards try to play that same game as a teacher. And as a side note, you know, once you go through a real political battle, when an amateur comes and tries to screw you over, oh man, please, you can run circles around them, because you know all of the techniques and tactics that you need to use the policies and laws in your favor to protect your integrity and protect your career. So that's a byproduct of having gone through all these situations as well. I'm sorry for the raggedy roads in Baton Rouge, and you be hitting every all these potholes and stuff like that. I mean, it's where I am. That's the process of going somewhere in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's a loud journey. All right, anyway, so when you learn things that you learn going through a trial, going through a process, it's almost like coal turning into a diamond, or gold being refined or turned into fine jewelry, or purified. It's hot up in there. It's stuffy. It ain't comfortable. I left some key items, but anyway, it's not what you feel like is ideal. But if you have everything easy, you don't learn. You don't think about it. If you were just born a millionaire, born with a silver spoon in your mouth, and some people are, I do suppose, but even if they're going to carry on their family legacy, some training is required if they're going to keep it. Now, if they just have it all easy, they're going to lose it. And if a person who's not privileged like that always has it easy, they're never going to get ahead. Climbing to a mountaintop is not easy, and it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. So then why did God choose you? Or that mountaintop that you were on, that you're in the process of descending from, why did God choose to remove you from it? Maybe you deserved it. Maybe you're the salt of the earth type person like Job in the Bible, who had to learn, hey, you have all these blessings and material things. When was the last time you stopped and prayed for your friend and understood that you have a relationship with God and they don't? So maybe you descend, maybe you're taken down off your throne because there's a lesson you need to learn. Maybe you do need to learn humility. Maybe you do need to learn better people skills. I can tell you one issue I had. I'm a type A person, and when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. Let's get it. I don't want to hear the excuses. Let's get straight to it. But you know what? Everybody's not like that. You have some good people in the world who just do need to take their time. There's some people who like to do small talk just because they love you, and you do need to take time out to hear from them. You can't just bury yourself in the work and the work have more time and space in your life than your family and children, but then again, now that's a tough one for men, because you have to earn your place in the world. You have to earn your place in the world to be able to take care of your family. A lot of times, kids, mothers, women don't understand that. So, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But either way, there were some lessons in life I needed to learn, and I came out a better man for it. So, just understand, the process you're going through was designed for you. This world was designed by an intelligent designer, and it's no coincidence that you're here. Now, what your purpose is, that's another video for another day. I do suppose for you to understand why you're going through the process, you do need to understand what your purpose is. So we'll talk about purpose in another video. But appreciate that process, because it is designed to take you to the next level. Now, I will add this. The tests that you're seeing in the midst of your process, if you don't pass that test, you will take it again, repeatedly, until you get it right. I've been there too. So you need to figure out what you're supposed to be learning. And then there's a such thing as a refresher test in this process we call life. So just because you beat that level once does not mean you won't be tested by the same thing again to see if you'll go back. In terms of biblical faith, we call that backsliding, but you call it what you want to, but it will happen. It's real regardless of what you feel like or what you say or what you actually believe in. So embrace that process. Literally, it's yours. It's a part of your story. One day you'll be able to tell it to somebody else, because you'll be able to recognize when other people are going through that same process. And should they be open ears, you can guide them through it and be a blessing to someone else. You can also see when somebody's on that path to taking big losses. You'll be able to look at someone and say, hey, before you make that move, let me holler at you. Sound familiar? It's all good, man. Everybody goes through something. I don't care how many pictures they take on Instagram and how many trips they take and how much jewelry they got and how much money they're showing, how beautiful that woman is alongside them, how peaceful those mountains and that beach looks. Hey, every man has his struggle and every man has his process because it was designed for you. Embrace it. Take it. Learn from it. Improve from it. And bless other people. Hit the like button. It's free. There are ways you can contribute to help the channel. They're listed below. You can purchase merchandise. You can donate. I'm going to be working on some affiliate links soon. But if nothing else, hey, the like button is free. The share button is free. I guarantee you there's a man somewhere going through something right now and he has no clue why. And he's probably like, cuss word to cuss word to cuss word to cuss word. What is going on? Going through a process and he needs this video. So share it with him. You're welcome to subscribe if this type of content interests you. And as always, never lose the will to win, never lose the will to survive.